There we go.
Well, hospital porters pride and dignity, and we're now in another part of the area, and we have a big contrast here, because on the one side we have the Roman Empire, the remnants of the Roman Empire. Not these buildings here, these buildings are recent, they're quite sort of 18th, 19th century, but they're built in a neoclassical style. What we have inside is what I showed you in the last film, which is the ancient Roman baths. On this side, we have a cathedral, Bath Cathedral, and it's an interesting contrast, isn't it? When you think about it, we have the Roman Empire on one side, which I was talking about before. The Roman Empire with the legionaries with their spears and their armour, marching through villages, slashing everything to death, raping the women, killing the men, burning down the villages, taking the people away to be slaves. On the other hand, we have the Holy Roman Empire, which actually, in terms of its physical, in terms of what it did, I mean, the church controlled armies. It did all the atrocities that the Roman Empire did.
No, it was basically the Catholic Empire, wasn't it? The Holy
Catholic
Roman
Church.
Empire. Yeah.
It exists today in the form of the Vatican, basically. It's never gone away. So when you look at the Vatican, you're looking at a completely and utterly wholly owned and occupied and created Illuminati department.
As well, I mean, and this is just speculation. I mean, maybe you can confirm it, maybe you can't. But a lot of the time, the king and the queen had absolutely no say-so of anything without the church saying so first.
They would kill you. They would kill people. It's interesting to think, that when one empire fails, another takes over. And this is the point. But they all do the same things. They're all obviously controlled by a higher authority. It can't be coincidence. They all seem to want the same things. And that is the Illuminati. Okay, it's not something created by Adam Weishaupt in 17 whatever. All right, it's an ancient it's an ancient secret society created in Atlantis over 10,000 years ago, which has been it's been surfing the walls of energy and the transitions of the Earth to the point where it can take final power, and we're getting close to that point now. What we're looking at here, the poignance of this area, which I tried to describe in the last film, is this battleground between the two sides. This battleground between the pre-Illuminati cultures and the Illuminati created cultures. And it's more manifest in Bath, in the city here, than anywhere else I've ever been to. This is why Britain is such a fascinating country, and this is why we're so lucky to live here. In history, you can't go back. There's no regression. People who try to regress history end up creating tragedy. Like Pol Pot and Hitler and people like that, and there's communists. You can't go back in history. You can only go forward, and that means we can't go back to the past. What we can do is, I can see that we're facing another battlefield now. We're standing on the site of an ancient battle, a cultural battle, not a physical battle, even though it was a physical battle, an ancient cultural battle, and we're on the verge of in the midst of a new battle. Maybe in 2,000 years' time, someone will come here and stand where I'm standing, and they will make a film or maybe talk to people or something like that about the same subjects I'm talking about. They're going to say, remember what it was like with the Illuminati. Maybe the remnants of the baths will still be there. Maybe this cathedral, hopefully, will be in 2,000 years. Will hopefully be as there'll be as much left of it as those baths.
Yeah.
But it'll become part of history, and people look back and they'll think, well, how the hell did we let them get away with it? This is the point. I mean, all of it has been preventable. None of it was necessary. Even back in Atlantis, this is what caused the fall of Atlantis. It's because the Illuminati were a tiny faction in Atlantis. Their first ever state was Sumer. But they could have been stopped in Atlantis, and really, they could have been stopped any time since, and they can be stopped now. But it's up to us. We have the choice. They play a passive role. They just ride the tides, the turnings of the tides and the waves that we create, and they use them to their advantage. The energy comes from us, and that energy can, if we use it rightly, we know what we're doing, and we understand what's going on. We can use it to destroy them. And that's kind of all I want to say, really, on this lovely evening at the end of the ASSAP conference. It always makes me feel that way whenever I come here. Thank you for watching Hupanmo TV. Hospital Porters, Pride and Dignity. Stop the New World Order.
Peace.